Go. Okay, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to our channel. We are guests here again about my podcast. We have Bart in here. Is that can I call you Bart or you have
Yeah,
something?
yeah, please. So no.
Yeah, it's okay.
Bart is the good name, yeah.
Yeah, it's Bart is one of those guys who meet on the crypto conference at Real Vision, right? So yeah, nice to meet you here.
Exactly.
Yeah, before I guess
Thank you for having me.
exactly. Yeah, before I'm gonna start with the video, yeah, can you share a little bit more about yourself and how you get into crypto for the first time?
Okay. So hi guys, my name is Bart, as you already know. I'm basically game developer. I'm creating games for basically whole my life. It's like 25 years right now. And we met with EP here on crypto conference because one of the project I'm creating right now will deeply involved in crypto world. We want to create some interesting games in this matter because I believe, together with my company, of course, that the crypto is the future. And everyone who are involved in crypto world thinks like that, and it's obvious. It's everything is coming that way. And the same thing will be with games. Games is like the perfect platforms for crypto to have their appearance there, because when players are playing the games, they are creating the value and moving freely this value between the players is like wet dreams for all the players. If player can play the game and earn money on this, on spending time on playing the game, and later if he finish the game or he want to sustain his life or sustain his family, and he can do it by having fun, it is the most epic thing that can be created in this world. Of course, the world of gaming,
Yes.
to be exact. And this is how we meet. We meet in the moment that new business model come up. A few years ago, it's play and earn, play to earn business model, and this business model in gaming is how to say that it's taking the gaming world in storm. You know, there are some critics of that solution, as always. There are some enthusiasts, as I believe we are, and we need to meet in certain point where we can find the common solution for what is the dangers there, or there is something good, how we can do this that everyone will be satisfied. And this is what we are trying to do. We want to satisfy our players and create something new. There are some successful stories about gaming and connection of gaming and crypto world. Of course, the most famous is Axis Infinity. Those guys did amazing job to connect two of them. So there is huge Filipinian community that is already living by playing the game. It is marvelous. What can we say else? But there is still many things to do in that matter to be like common trend. This is why game convention, crypto convention, game conventions is perfect place to exchange knowledge, exchange the points of view, and start looking for the solutions. And this is basically how we started our meet. Yeah, this is this convention where we met is one of those approaches.
Yes, exactly. I mean, yeah, there's conferences that network with people to, I don't know, not only to sell the product but also to better the understanding of the industry, because the industry is quite
Exactly.
new. That's why people need to learn more and get a lot of people, because there is no still not get into the university or something like that. That's why
Hmm.
it's better to network, like you said before. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I mean, before I switching gears a bit, I still curious about your journey in crypto. I mean, what was your aha moment in crypto? Oh, Bitcoin is not going away; it's here to stay. Or when was it? I mean, in 2017 or 2018, because there is a bubble bubbling, right?
Hmm. It's more about how, because I'm the gamer. I am the guy
Yeah,
with the games, and games is my whole life. And the moment the cryptos entered this field, this was my point. Like, wait, moment. It at the very beginning, it was only about the value, about this sending value between two people, without the government or any taxes or on so on and so on. It was interesting, but it was like separate from my world. The moment the crypto entered the gaming, it was like, it brings my attention, because this is nothing else like the new technology, right? If this tech can be used in games to really move two values between players, it can be huge solution for black market, as I name it, because many players who are playing the games, like huge MMO games like World of Warcraft, like Black Desert, like
Infinity.
like right now Infinity, yes. And those old big MMO games, they have something like black market. People are exchanging their resources. They are exchanging even entire characters, items between accounts, and they are doing this illegally, because officially they cannot do this. If game creators will know that they are moving resources, items, or exchanging accounts or some, they can be banned, they can be done. But still, this is their value. They earn it, they spend time to get it. And why they cannot move those with others? Yes, why they cannot? And crypto can be the best solution for that. Few years ago, Blizzard Entertainment created solution for that. It was in Diablo 3, they create my marketplace. And that was the big appearance, because this was like the first official global company that is one of the biggest companies in the world, allow players to freely trade each other. They can place their items on the market and other players can buy it legally. They can pay taxes for this, but it was legally. Of course, game itself was not prepared for that. And this is the problem, that marketplace fell there. And this experiment basically was not successful. But I believe that learning from that can and creating the game that will base on it, that such possibility will be possible, and people will be freely exchanging their goods. It's on crypto layer. It is very, very, very good solution. It only need to be done right, and the game need to support it. It cannot be like separate thing. It need to the balance of the game, the mechanics, the economy, taxonomy, and everything on the game have to be supported of those marketplaces. You cannot simply do this let's do this marketplace in one side, the game on the side, and
Yes,
let's
exactly.
check how it will go. It will not work. In some point, like in Diablo 3, amount of items in the marketplace was so huge that in some point you didn't have to play the game at all. All you need to do is wait a little bit and buy the best equipment on the market. And so as you can hear, it was not the solution, because game was one thing and the marketplace was something
I know exactly.
separate. And this is why it fails. But still, it was the first approach that huge company wanted to present to the players such solution. And right now, players all around the world are still are not convinced. If I have to be honest, they are still afraid of crypto layer in their game. I believe that this is because it's new. You know, if same as free-to-play games, when they appear in the market, if they as a product, as a business solution, they were, wow, why we have to pay for something in the game? And I already paid full price for the game, and I don't want to pay for anything inside. From one point of view, they are right. From different point of view, there are always players who don't have time. They want to have something fast because they simply don't have enough time to play the game long enough to reach an end game where they can compete with others on the high level of gear and so on. So for them, it's easier simply to buy stuff in game and start playing the game on end level. If you took away from this from them, it means that most of players who are who don't have time will simply stop playing that game instantly the moment they will notice that it require for them a huge amount of time.
It's okay. Yeah, so I understand, I mean, when there is, I mean, the niche of the game itself, the gaming industry itself is separated not only about the gaming of the tech itself. I mean, there is also the entertainment side and marketplace side. That's why in the crypto space, there's also like NFTs in the game. I mean, is that something that your company currently working on right now? Or it's just different, it's just completely different thing?
This is basically the core what we are doing right now. One of solution
NFT gaming.
One of solution we want to present to our players, it's solution called Armory. Armory will be the platform where you will be creating your character and everything this character possess, like swords, like helmets, like armors, etc., etc. And those items will be NFT based, and you will be setting up your character, your equipment, you will be level up them and so on, and move those characters with the same equipment between projects. Between projects mean between different games. So imagine that you are buying the item, for instance, sword. In one game, this sword, you can use the same exact item in multiple games. So you are paying for that item once, it's yours, it's your value, yes, and then you can use it in different games, and it will increase huge how to say that it will be fantastic stuff because you know what you have, you know the value, you don't have to grind it, you don't need to spend time on it because you already own it. And if you use the same equipment everywhere, it will simply, you don't have to waste time on grind. Grind is like when you need to spend a huge amount of time to reach certain point in game. Yes. And many players don't like that. Basically, I don't know any player who want that. Everyone wants to have instant fun in the game. Yes. And this is the huge solution for that. So when we will present this solution to our partners, to our friends and other companies to integrate this Armory solution, every company will be able to release their own items that will be they will be able to use between different projects. So this is like the big solution for value, and of course people will be able to trade of those items on same as on every other NFTs.
Exactly. I know.
So
I mean,
how this sounds to you?
Yeah, it's NFTs is changing the game. I mean, for the longest time, we don't have any monetization for the game. I mean, when the game is gone, it's gone forever. Right? You cannot have that access to the item that you're buying, right? So
exactly
when when
and right now, even if the game is gone, you can use the same item in different game.
Yeah, exactly. That's what NFT is used for. And then people monetize that. And that's why I can see the value in that. As long as the blockchain or the protocol is not going anywhere. So I think the potential is huge.
Yeah, this is why together with the company, we are creating the first game that will support, that will present this mechanic, yes, this basically crypto layer on top of the game. Yes, this is one of crypto layers that will be hanging on top, because you always have to have fun in the game. This is the main purpose of the game, to have fun with.
Yeah, play to earn, right? Yeah.
Yes, but ownership is completely different thing. If you can own it, you work hard for this, you invest your money or invest your time in it, and if you keep it or sell it in order to sell it later if you need, or maybe gain value additionally on this, because we are creating this in a way that you can upgrade those items, you can enchant those items, the same item will be built using multiple different NFTs. For example, you have skins for the items, you have enchantment gems for the items, and so on and so on. And entire mechanic will be implemented in different games in a way that developer will have full control of the game balance, because this is very important, many people don't get it, but balance in the game is like one of the most important pieces of game creation. And as a game creator, you need to have full control over the balance. For instance, in my game, there is like perk in the item called like critical strike. And in my calculation, it showed me that people cannot have bigger than 25% chance for critical strike. But in other game, there is in their calculations, it have to maximum number should be like 10%. Yes. So we are creating this armory in a way that game developers will still have impact on those numbers and the balance of those items, but still the rarity of the item and the value of this item will be exactly the same between projects.
Yes.
Even if the stats will be different. It is, we will soon present this solution. So to be exact, so all interested people that will want to know exactly how it works will have to follow us later. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there is still in progress. Like you never know. I mean, yeah, since it's still in progress, do you think that there is any risk involved? I mean, yeah, you know, there is always risk involved, right? When you start the company or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it always is.
Yeah.
You cannot.
What it is? Yeah. I mean, how do you peg that risk? I mean, yeah, 50% or 100%? Yeah. Yeah. What's your percentage of the risk Yeah.
Of the risk.
Yeah.
I know for fact that game will be created. For instance, for this game, yes, the project will be created. The business model behind it, it's depends on the interest and depends on the players. If we will see that there is huge interest, that people are interested in that model, they want to create stuff and want to buy those NFT, then the risk will be smaller. You cannot create such a huge project instantly and give people away everything right now and have fun with it. We will create it step by step, and each step will evaluate this idea in order to reduce the risk, of course. And this is how we will do it. So to answer your question, I will have to ask you on which step.
Yes.
Yes, at the very beginning, then risk is probably huge, but the more we will know, and the more people will be involved, the more players who are interested in this will tell us what they think about it. And especially because game will be community driven, so everyone will have impact on the game development. Then after we will gather more info, the risk will be smaller and smaller. And the moment we will releasing this game, probably risk of not getting good attention or community hype will be probably not existent. So depends on the development moment. So this is hard to say at the very beginning right now when we are just create a technical demo to show to our investors, to show to advisors who are helping us create tokenomics and so on, and create all those solutions. Right now, risk is quite high. I cannot deny that. But the longer we are working on this, the risk and the more knowledge we are gathering, the risk will significantly drop.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the moment, you know. I mean, yeah, when there is yeah involved in the technology. So yeah, particularly in NFTs, you know. But yeah, NFTs, yeah, have such you know, fake NFTs, or also the exit liquidity when people cannot yeah, exit from the NFTs that went to zero straight away. So that's why there is always involved in the NFTs, you know, in the NFT space. I mean,
you know,
when it comes to the risk, I mean, what layer do you use? Since you mentioned enable layer of blockchain, I mean, you use Solana NFTs or what? Yeah, because there is something that need to be integrated, right? There is like NFT
you know,
aggregator, yeah.
Yes, we are actually, we are in current moment when we are exactly checking what are the cons and of each network, you know, because Solana is great for NFTs. It's fantastic, but it has one cons. It is not exactly decentralized,
Yes.
and it's not exactly stable.
Yes.
And this is quite huge con if you thinking about games, because if you don't have access to your layer, this means your game was not working and people cannot trade. Yeah. And every 3-5 hours of not access to the game, you have significant drop in active players. So we are still thinking about Solana. We are checking it. We are checking those stability. We are talking about Tazos. We are thinking about the Binance network. Basically, right now we are talking with our advisors in order to choose the network we want to work with. Maybe build some bridges between those, but bridges is always security risks. So
yeah, I know. Yeah, because when it comes to layer 2, L2, I mean,
yeah,
when you have interoperability,
it's
when you have to
always
bridge one chain to the other, that's why there is always risk involved. I mean, do you think that crypto gaming is based on multi-chain or interoperability chain that's involved in the NFT gaming in the future? Yeah,
I believe
it's
in
just for fun. I mean, it's just for
yeah.
your thoughts. Yeah,
In
you
future,
can say whatever you like. Yeah,
in future, I believe it will be
multi-chain.
multi-chain. It is the only reasonable way to go with the games, because in games it's all about to start the game as fast as you can, so players can instantly enter the game. And players shouldn't think about which chain I would use. Is this is the wallet I already have,
Yeah,
or I need to create the wallet or something like that? It cannot work like that. It
yes,
has to be, I want to play the game. I'm pushing the button and he's playing the game. And all those accounts and setups should be done later. The moment the player already gathers some value or is using some value, it should be done later, not at the beginning, because at the very beginning, players simply want to play the game.
yes,
This should be game developer main focus, to deliver entertainment. And all those additional stuff like values, moving items, technical stuff should be put aside, and it should be done in a way it is the most convenient. So if player is like to use network like that, the game should support that. Same is like it is in payments in Apple Store or Google Store. You can choose the card you like. You can pay with PayPal. You can pay with MasterCard if you want. You can pay with your phone bill even. And at the end, this is the marketplaces where the mobile apps are it's already stable environment. Yes. And crypto, it's not yet there. It's still young technology. We need to create whole infrastructure, create this safe and stable for everyone to use. And then, and of course, cross layer, yes. And then I'm sure, I'm confident that everyone will use it on daily basis.
yeah. It's only a matter of time, when, yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, people still don't understand the technology, but there's always, fast boom and bust cycle, so
Yeah.
yeah, there is always hype, when yeah, the price is skyrocketing or something like that. But yeah, there's always if everything goes up, must go down, right? So and there's a cycle involved. But along the way, I think when the people completely understand the technology, yeah, I think mass adoption is there. So yeah, it's all
Yes,
only a
yes.
matter of time.
Any technology at the very beginning was people were afraid of them. It was the same with the TV. It was the same with the radio. Even in the cars. At the very beginning, everyone afraid of that new tech.
Yes.
But in some point, people need to see the advantage this technology is giving you and how it makes your life easier and better. And the moment they will see, the mass adoption will be just like that. It will be extremely fast.
Exactly. That's why it's
Yes,
kind of
and the same thing is with the NFTs. NFT just appear basically, but right now there are so many innovative approaches to an NFT that make this tech even more advanced. Like I don't know if you know Fancy Bears, for instance. Did you see the Fancy Bears NFT?
I wasn't. Yeah, I have no
No.
idea. What was that? I mean,
Fancy Bears, it is exactly the same or similar like Bored Ape Yacht Club,
oh yeah, BYC. Yeah.
but yes, but not, but it mostly in Europe, and it is one of the biggest European NFT collection you
Yes.
can find. And just recently they created another layer on top of that that can allow you to change your avatar and so on and so on. It is how only few months later they created something completely new that is not prepared, and Alex Wasilewski, who created it, did amazing job to extend the NFT tech even further. And I believe this tech will, it's only the beginning. You know, it's very young technology right now. Of course, we need to have in the back of our minds that it needs to be secured and so on. We all heard what happened to Axis Infinity just a few days ago, that someone stole a lot of NFTs from there.
Yeah, I know.
But still, this is the process of learning. You need to make mistakes in order to learn from them.
Yeah,
The more
exactly.
mistakes community will make, everyone start learning from those mistakes. And this is how world is working.
Yeah. It's happened in every aspect of life, you know. There is no
Exactly.
question about it. So
You cannot use a hammer if you don't strike your finger, you know.
exactly. That's why. I mean, it's every aspect of life involves risk. You know, is if there is no risk, there's no life. So yeah, I agree with you. So I mean, yeah, when it comes to game, the only matter thing that I would like to point out is the network effect. You know, in
Mhm.
your the big names such as Axie Infinity that have many users have already big network effects. You know, I mean, how do you compete with that? I mean, your company have another challenge in order to do so,
Yeah.
but I don't know, what's your take on that?
Hard to say that, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It's okay, but yeah, you can just you can take
This
whatever
is
you want.
like, you know, how to compete with the biggest on the market. This is
Yeah, I know.
this is the questions like with the great product. This is the ultimate answer. If you have the great product, the game is fun, everyone like to play it, and it gives them joy, it will automatically give you to the top of the charts. If the game is made with the passion, with the heart, the players will instantly feel it, and they want to play it because the emotions the game is creating in their head, of course, it's something they will be hooked to it. And this is the ultimate answer, how you want to compete with the big names on the market. And it is still there even in the mobile industry, because
Yeah,
in the
it's
past
happened. Yeah, that's
10
why.
years I was creating mobile games, and of course there are huge players like King, who have millions of dollars, billions of dollars on the investments. And as a small company, you cannot simply outpay them. It's impossible, because if they will see that you are trying to outpay them on the campaigns using UA, user acquisition, they will instantly increase their budgets, and you are done. You simply
Yeah,
will
exactly.
go
Yeah,
on your
that's
hand.
capitalism. Yeah.
Yes, and the only solution for that is when you have extremely good product. If your product is extremely fun, people will be playing that product because it's simply fun. not because you have greater marketing of the or you are better in ads or monetization or so on. So at the end, of course, in mobile industry, the business is a little bit different than in crypto, because in mobile market, you need to compare two things: how much money you earn in user lifetime, so user lifetime value, and compare this how much money you paid to gain one user using all kind of marketing channels you have. And if you are paying less than you are earning, you can build like basically money-making machine. You are into the moment you reach your user acquisition capacity. But in crypto world, it's a little bit different, because in here you need to sustain community. You need to sustain the fun and allow users to constantly gain something new, have new challenges, play with your game, have fun game, and at the same time you can earn from this as a company. So it's a little bit different how you are creating the product. It's not exactly like mobile games, especially free-to-play games, is calculated from the beginning to the end. In games which are community driven, you need to sustain the community. You need to talk to them, you need to do run tables, you need to have fun with them, exactly like that. So you're as a developer, you need to have fun same as they do. And when you get the huge community behind your project, this project will live for ages. Believe me, there are small communities for very good games that can sustain your project for tens of years. Because even if you are low with the money, you say, guys, I'm low with the money. Don't wait. There are 10,000 of us. Even if we will give you $10 each, you will be able to sustain this game for another year or some, depends. If you have your loyal fans, loyal players who are hooked to your game, they will keep you alive.
Yeah, that's pretty much, I mean, that's part of the game, in capitalism world, it's hard to kill the big name. So if you have the formula to kill the big names, such as like Tesla or something, it's something completely different thing. But that's why I see the struggle, and then I understand the struggle.
Sometimes you shouldn't go to beat the best. Yes, if you are a small developer, don't try to compare yourself to the biggest names. Simply do the best game and create small community around it, and then start growing slowly. And this will help you grow big. At the end, this is what will give you the power to grow. The stable community. Of course, if you are lucky, because one of the thousands is the lucky guy who create the game that instantly go out of the charts. Yes, like Flappy Bird, for instance. Everyone knows Flappy Bird. This was the lucky shot. It's phenomenal. No one if you will try to repeat that, you cannot repeat that. It was so many lucky stuff happened that this game shoot to the sky, This is why you shouldn't try your luck. There is so many games released every month that you're simply like releasing your game right now is like throwing a rock into the ocean. Maybe it will cover any wave, but I doubt it.
That's part of the game. So that's pretty much Yeah, I think it's almost like 1 hour already. Yeah, before I wrap this up, do you have any specific like it's just for fun, no financial advice? Yeah, do you have any specific Bitcoin price prediction or Ethereum price prediction, or yeah, it's just for fun? Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
Mm, hard to predict,
Yeah,
especially
it's still
in the
bull or
current
bear?
time.
Yeah,
I'm not exactly the speculant, so
yeah,
it's
I
hard for
know.
me
Yeah, it's just for fun.
to
Yeah,
predict anything. I understand, but I'm analytics guy. I like to check many different data before I will say for sure something. But I believe in
for the next 2 years,
short
lah.
period.
Yeah, you cannot
In
say like
short
the next
period of
week. Yeah.
time, it will probably fall. But in very long time, like 4 or 5 years, it will gain huge amount of time. It will be, of course, like that. It will be constantly
Yeah, I know.
jumping,
Yeah.
but in long period of time, it has to get value because in some point you cannot rely on government money or
Exactly. Yeah.
and this is like community money. This is something a little bit different. There is no like 5 people who are in charge of how much dollars there is on the market right now. Okay, let's print some more. And in here, you cannot simply do that. This is like community value. Communities say, okay, this is worth that much today. Okay, today community say this is the worth amount of transaction, how many they buy or sell, and so this is the community structure. It is, of course, perfect place for speculants like Elon Musk. This guy is
Yeah.
fantastic speculating and creating the need, or also that it's from one's point of view, it's fun to watch. It's a little bit scary because he have huge influence on the prices, but still the more people will be into it, the less influence speculants will have on the prices. This is how I see it, and especially
It's okay.
speculants, and especially speculants, those guys who right now are have big impact. They cannot have this impact endlessly. In some point, if you do this once, second time, third time, people, wait a second, this guy is a speculant. Hold your horses with selling something, yes, or buying something. So I believe that at the end, crypto is great solution for moving value. Of course, it has its problems, but everything has its problems, yes. But still, this is currently the best solution for moving the value. Even banks have like to move value in crypto world because it's cheaper. It's easier to buy some coins than move the truck full of gold.
Yeah, because the liquidity is there and people use it. So yeah, it's only a matter of time that Bitcoin and other cryptos are going to.
So the question is when it happened, or if something happened to it. For example, like what's fun is like Chinese government. They ban every cryptocurrency, but they presented their own cryptocurrency. Yes, that you are only allowed to use. Yes.
Yes.
So from one point is like regulators, and this is something we should think about, because regulations are needed for that market. This is for sure. Question what regulations, how we should do, and this is the matter of community discussions. Yeah,
exactly.
How those regulations should be presented, how they should be done.
Still a long way to go. Like you cannot.
Yes. many years of talks
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
inside
it's like early days of internet, you know. Yeah, you cannot say
exactly.
that there's something that has to be taken right in certain years. That's why it's yeah, it's gonna be take a long time, and we need to wait and see what's gonna happen next. So yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, I think thank you for today, Bart. I think it's
Thank
a
you
nice
so much for
discussion
having
about
me here.
crypto gaming is the future. So guys, if you're interested in the company and the project, I will share the link in the description, and leave a like and subscribe to our channel.